Here's my question for you this week, and I really want you to sit with it for a moment. Who would you be with 10 extra hours a week? Not 10 hours to catch up on emails, not 10 hours to finally return those calls you've been putting off. I mean 10 hours that are yours to rest, to think, to be present with the people you love, to work on your business instead of constantly in it. Can you even picture it? Because what I've noticed is when I ask women in real estate this question, there's usually a pause. And in that pause, I can almost hear the mental math starting. It goes like this. Well, if I had 10 extra hours, I'd probably just use them to catch up on what I'm already behind on. And that, right there, that's the problem we're talking about today. Because time management isn't just about your calendar. It's about your life. And today, I'm going to give you a wake-up call and some real tools to start taking your time back. Are you a woman in real estate whose mind never stops, yet you still feel stuck? Do you struggle to unplug without guilt? Hi, I'm Lisa Fry, wife, mom, grandma, realtor for over 3 decades, and a certified life and business coach for women in real estate. I help high-achieving women build profitable, sustainable businesses without the burnout. If you're ready to trade overwhelm for clarity and create a business that honors your values and your life, you're in the right place. So take a deep breath, close those 12 browser tabs, and drop the hustle. It's time to experience balance as a woman in real estate. Before we get into today's content, I want to pause with a quick message for you. I know how full your plate feels. You're running a business, taking care of clients, managing a family, and somewhere along the way, you ended up at the bottom of the list. You want to grow your business, but not at the cost of everything else that matters. That's not a discipline problem. That's a clarity problem. Inside my private business diagnostic conversation, we identify what's actually driving the overwhelm, clarify what truly matters most right now, and create a simple, grounded plan so you're no longer guessing what to focus on next. This isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters with intention and peace. If you're ready to stop feeling scattered and start feeling clear, go to lisafrye.com/diagnostic. That's LESAFRYE.com/diagnostic and book your private diagnostic conversation today. You deserve a business that supports your life, not one that consumes it. Okay, let's dive into today's episode. Welcome back, ladies. I hope your day is off to an amazing start. Okay, let's get into it. Who would you be with 10 extra hours a week? I want to start there. Not with a tips list, not with a productivity hack, but with that question. Because I think the answer tells you everything about where you are right now and where you actually want to go. When I ask clients this, I hear things like, I'd actually take Sundays off. I'd go to my granddaughter's soccer games without checking my phone. I'd sleep. I would just sleep. And then, almost immediately, and almost without exception, I hear the follow-up. But that's just not realistic for me right now. And my response is always the same. Says who? Here's what I know after 35 years in real estate and 7 years of coaching women in this industry. The busyness is not the badge of honor we've made it out to be. The exhaustion is not proof that you care. And the idea that you have to sacrifice your life to build a successful business, well, that's a lie we've been told. And unfortunately, it's a lie a lot of us have started to believe. So today I want to challenge that. And I want to give you 3 specific shifts that will start creating more time in your week. Not someday, but right now. Shift number 1, stop managing time and start managing energy. Here's something that took me a little while to learn. Time management, real time management, is not about squeezing more into your day. It's about protecting your energy so that the time you do spend working is actually effective. Think about it this way. You can have a completely open afternoon with nothing on your calendar, but if you're running on empty, mentally depleted, emotionally drained, you're not going to do your best work. You're going to sit at your desk, stare at that screen, and wonder why you can't focus. On the flip side, when your energy is protected, when you've slept, when you've taken real breaks, when you've had time to breathe, you can accomplish in 2 focused hours what might normally take you 5 scattered ones. So the first shift is this. Stop measuring your day by how many hours you worked and start measuring it by how effective those hours were. Ask yourself, when are you at your best? Is it in the mornings? Is it the afternoon? Do your highest value work in those windows. Guard them like appointments, because your best thinking, your best client conversations, your best business decisions, they all require energy. And energy is a resource. You have to replenish it. Shift number 2, get really honest about what's actually on your plate. I want you to think about your average work week, and I want you to ask yourself, how much of what you're doing actually requires you? Not what you could do, not what you've always done. What actually, genuinely requires your specific expertise, your specific relationship, your specific attention? Because most of us, and I was absolutely guilty of this, are carrying a full plate of tasks that could be delegated, automated, batched, or simply eliminated. And we keep carrying them because we're used to carrying them. Because saying yes is easier than figuring out a new system. Because letting go feels risky. Here's what that plate is costing you. Every task that doesn't require you is stealing time from the work that does, from the clients who need your full presence, from the strategic thinking your business needs you to do, from your life outside of work. So here's a simple exercise I want you to try this week. Take a piece of paper, or for those of you that prefer, open a note on your phone, and write down everything you do in a typical week. And I mean everything. Client calls, admin, follow-up, marketing, social media, showing up for things you said yes to 6 months ago. Then, go through that list and ask yourself 3 questions about each of them. Does this have to be done at all? Does it have to be done by me? Does it have to be done right now? You'll be surprised how many things don't survive those 3 questions. And what's left? That's your real work. That's where your time should go. And finally, shift number 3. Build boundaries that actually hold. I can hear you all now. You're probably saying, Lisa, I swear every single week you talk about boundaries. Yes, I do, because they're important. This is the one I find women in real estate resist the most, because we've built our reputations on being available, responsible, reliable. And those are good things, don't get me wrong. But there's a difference between being reliably available during your work hours and being available at all hours at a moment's notice with no structure and no limits. The second one isn't professionalism. It's a boundary problem. And here's what happens when you don't have boundaries around your time. Your clients don't respect your time. Not because they're bad people, but because you've taught them not to. Your evenings aren't really evenings. Your weekends aren't really weekends. And you go into Monday already exhausted from a Sunday that you never actually had. Boundaries are not about being less professional. They're about being sustainably professional. They protect your ability to show up at your best. For your clients, yes, but also for yourself and for the people in your life who deserve the real you, not the leftover version. So what does this look like practically? It means deciding what your actual working hours are and communicating them clearly. It means not answering texts and emails at 10 p.m. just because you can. It means building a closing ritual into your workday so that your brain knows when work is done. Even something as simple as closing your laptop, making a cup of tea, and taking 5 minutes outside. That transition matters. It tells your nervous system, we're done for today. And over time, those boundaries compound. You stop feeling like you're always on. You start actually being present in your personal life. And here's the best part that surprises people. Your business doesn't fall apart. It gets better because you are better. So let's bring this all together. It comes back to where we started. Who would you be with 10 extra hours a week? I want you to take that question seriously because the version of you who has those hours, who's rested, grounded, present, and energized, she's not a fantasy. She's not an unrealistic ideal. She is who you are when you stop overgiving your time, start protecting your energy, get honest about what actually needs to be on your plate, and hold the boundaries that make sustainable success possible. This is what I mean when I say your business should fit your life, not the other way around. And it starts with one decision, one shift, 1 hour you decide to take back. What's yours going to be? Until next time, ladies, make it a great day on purpose. Hey, ladies. I hope today's episode gave you something to think about and a little more breathing room as you move through your week. If it resonated, I'd love for you to share it with a friend, hit follow, and take a moment to leave a review. Your reviews mean the world to me, and they help more women find this podcast. For more support and connection, you're welcome to join my free Facebook community at bit.ly/thebalancedbusinesswoman, where we continue these conversations together. That link will be in my show notes. Until next week, take care of yourself. And remember, your business should fit your life, not the other way around.